In your 20s, buying a home might seem like a pipe dream, especially considering the price of property nowadays. In today's video, we're going to discuss the top 4 things you should know before buying a house in your 20s so that you can make the right investment. But first, let's roll the intro. Hey everyone, Josh here, and before we start, I just want to remind you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the post notifications so that I can continue to make more content like this in the future. So you're in your 20s and you're thinking about getting into the real estate market to purchase your very first property. Personally, I know the exact thoughts and feelings you're having, not only because I work as a real estate broker in Montreal, but also because it was not long ago that I purchased my very first property as well. A lot of questions are probably running through your head, like will I be able to afford the payments, or am I ready to settle down long term? Today, I'm hopefully going to be able to help you answer some of those questions and provide the guidance you need to make the right decision. Here are my top 4 things you should know before buying a house in your 20s. Starting with number 1, finding out how much house you can afford. Mostly everyone understands they need to save a certain amount when buying a home for the down payment and for the monthly mortgage. However, before truly deciding to buy, you need to determine how much house you can get while still staying within your budget. You'll also need to calculate the closing costs and other monthly expenses associated to buying that you would be responsible for as the homeowner. Some of the typical fees and closing costs that you would be responsible for as a homeowner are home inspection, notary or legal fees, moving expenses, home insurances, land transfer taxes, municipal and school taxes, mortgage insurance, monthly mortgage payments, as well as heating and electricity. For closing costs, some of which I just mentioned, you'll want to budget and set aside between 2 to 3% of the purchase price. Once you set aside the upfront funds needed for closing costs and the down payment, then you'll want to determine how much mortgage plus expenses you can afford per month based on your salary. This will help determine what your budget should be when buying a home. The second thing you will have to consider is how long you plan on living in the property. If you plan on staying in the property short term, buying might not be the best option for you. You really have to ask yourself, how long are you planning to live in the home? Not everyone is ready to settle down in their 20s, let alone for a minimum 5 to 10 plus years. On average, most homeowners live in their property for 8 years before deciding to move. If you choose to sell shortly after purchasing, most often the fees from selling, such as the mortgage cancellation fees and the real estate commission, will offset any property gains you've made since purchasing. In fact, it may cost you more money out of pocket. That's why it's important to choose your home carefully when first deciding to buy. Buying a starter home can have its financial benefits, and of course it gets your foot in the market. However, if you plan on leaving that home within 1 to 2 years, then it may not be the best option for you. You don't have to start off by purchasing your forever home. However, you should keep in mind the balance of buying a home you can afford versus the extra costs of moving into another in 1 to 2 years down the road. My third tip for a buyer in their 20s is to start saving for a house before you want to buy. Start saving your money early and don't miss any credit card payments. Having a healthy down payment and credit score will help tremendously when it comes time to buying and getting approved for a mortgage. Pay off all your debt and invest your money. If you aren't able to invest in physical real estate right away, grow your money by investing in stocks or REITs, otherwise known as real estate investment trusts, to build your wealth while you save. My last and final piece of advice about what you should know before buying in your 20s is to plan for unexpected home expenses. Whenever you purchase a property, you should always set aside a monthly amount for emergency home repairs. You never know when a roof may leak, a pipe may burst, or when any other problem could arise needing immediate repair. Unless you are buying a new construction, don't buy a property at the top of your budget. You want to have money left over in case an emergency repair is needed. Though home buying can seem daunting, millions of millennials have done it. Many people in their 20s think buying real estate is beyond their reach. However, it is very possible if you get your priorities right and get creative in the process. Remember, don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. It will benefit you big time down the road. If you made it this far, I want you to let me know below in the comments what your real estate goals are for the next 5 years and how you will make them happen. Drop a comment below and let me know. That does it for this week's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications for more content like this. And I'll catch you next time.